Hi, my name's Murray. I think the audio and video is working both for this broadcast. It looks and appears to me that it is. I've been having a lot of glitches with this, but it looks like things are working. So, okay, I hope it is. If it isn't, I apologize. It's 7:05 instead of 7 o'clock, but we made it. As I was saying, I was trying to do the audio and get the audio together with the video, all right? So that this will actually work, which is a frustration in itself. Okay, here we have it. It's been very difficult to get to this point. It's cost me, and it's cost a lot of money, mostly mine, but it's worth it because during this COVID-19 pandemic, the United Nations has canceled most of the meetings. So I figured two things. First of all, let's at least get this done. And secondly, secondly, I also thought that it can prove to other nations that there is a methodology to hold these types of meetings within governments. But this isn't the goal of this meeting. As I've stated before, the goal of this meeting, excuse me, I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit so you can get my face there. The goal of this meeting is, first of all, to pick up from the previous one where I had a lot of glitches in the audio and the video. It's still 40 minutes long, so I'm going to have to watch it. So when it gets to 7:40, it's going to end. All right, it's 7:07 on my time right now. So, okay. To bring you up to date on what you lost last time was this. The definition of synergy. And I wanted to bring that up for a reason. Because the goal was between synergy and the United Nations and etc. So I'm just gonna read to you what synergy means, okay? I'm gonna leave the video, I'm gonna bring it back on, okay? No problem. Well, maybe I can't do that. Anyway, very well then. So anyway, synergy, look it up and you'll see what it means. It means different parts relating with one another. How my website, and what I was trying to say before was how my website, HTTPS, United Nations Security Council.earth, and the United Nations and other things can relate to each other. Because, as I said, there's no meetings of the UN right now, and I'm trying to give my best, so okay. Okay. This meeting is a little different. This has to do with the COP26, which is the Conference of Parties number 26 meeting. And the previous one that I held was intended to be and represent the synergy between my website, the United Nations, and its goals, specifically the environmental goal number 13 of all of the goals that the United Nations has. Now, I'm going to move to this meeting, so this conference. I'll speed it up a little bit and say this, is that what all nations need to do is, and the important part is, to consider, and that means to consider. Doesn't mean you got to do this or you got to do that or you got to do something. Like, I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just saying you got to consider. You have to consider, as the United Nations COP26 meeting would, and every member of it, which I do understand and do comprehend, the relationship between this website, because everybody's working at home now because of this virus, and this is reality. So, and the decisions that need to be made now. What the COP26, I think, needs to do. This is my opinion and not others, but that'll come a little later in the broadcast. But you have lots of time, but well, up to 40 minutes. But is the COP26 should support in the General Council of the United Nations in New York City. This is where they're located. They should. No, yes, it's true. This is what they should support. So, all the nations get the COP26. Get it? This is it. So, okay. It's we comprehend the synergy between this website, the United Nations Security Council on Earth Secured, and it's, you'd have, as I was trying to say in the other one, but I missed the audio, is that you have to have viewed the website and read about it. But there's a building on the front of it that is the main purpose of it, and it's the separation of, I'm talking about the CP26, it's all nations. Moving number 13, the environment, into a separate location, a permanent location, a location where the environment is 24/7, round the clock from here on in terms of Earth's future. That's what I'm saying. All right. Cut and dry. I don't have too much time to talk about it, but it's not that vast an endeavor to have the COP say, to agree with it and say, all right, the building's built. Let's get the brightest and smartest people in the world when it comes to the environment into that building. Let's get, like, it's mass. You'll read the website and you'll see just exactly who could go in there. And it's also COVID-19 free. Again, bonus. There's all kinds of things that are going on there that it's just amazing. But having a place, I've learned having a place, you first have to take a position. And the position I take is I need the support of COP26. And at the end of this, you'll have a chance. At the end of this, after everybody's been heard, well, within 40 minutes, to decide, do you support the building of, and this is simple, the building of a separate building for the 13th United Nations numbered environment plan, separating it from the UN in New York, and building in New York, and building it in a separate location. Now, personally, I ran a vote. Nobody voted. So I said, I'm going to have to do something about it. And I did what's called a random vote. I used the computers, and I did it securely. And actually, and the truth is, Croatia won. So I don't know how many people know that, but they did. So I've always kind of taken it that's the best place to build it because nobody else voted. So, and the computers picked it. So randomality is randomality. So it could have been anybody. I inputted everything and this came out with that one. So, okay, that's great. Okay, whatever. But so the building is built. I never said that before, but there's a truth. That's what happened. It's history. It happened about 10 months ago. So something like that. Anyway, so agree to build a building, take number 13 out of the United Nations in New York, fill the building with the best and brightest of people, and they handle the environment 24/7 a day. Now, in my experience in the world today, there are many, many nations, and here comes the spew, as most people know it, but there are many people in many nations that are very, 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 very good at environmental causes. We know there are a lot. We don't need to name names. That's not the point. That's not the point of this. To make them famous, that's not the point. The point is to get them together in one building and to get the things that we need to accomplish achievements when it comes to our environment of the planet Earth attending COP26. I'll let you know if I decide I'm going to hold another one while the UN is still canceled all our meetings. The next one I'm aware of is the World Bank. Thank you very much. Good night.